welcome to my chakra class series. My name is Carola and today we start with the first chakra or root chakra, Muladhara. Find a comfortable cross-legged seated position, straightening your back. If you're rounding your back here, especially lower back, or if your knees are much higher than your hips, just grab a block to sit on, or if you don't have a block handy, a thick book or a cushion. And close your eyes, lengthen your spine, and take a moment to arrive in the here and now. And become aware of where your body touches either the block or the mat with your seat bones, where parts of your feet and legs touch the ground, your tailbone. Here at the base of your spine and the lower pelvis is where the root chakra or Muladhara sits. The first of 7 chakras that are located along your spine. And this first root chakra is associated with safety, security, with physicality and the basic needs of your body, and with grounding. The element of this chakra is earth. So let's take a moment to connect to Mother Earth. Imagine from your tailbone and from your seat bones, roots growing out into the earth, anchoring you deeply all the way down to the middle of the earth. As you do so, you feel more and more supported by the ground underneath you, and a sense of safety spreading throughout your body. Take a few deep breaths, and with every exhale, let go of every doubt, fear, worry, or tension that you might be holding. Exhaling it into the earth, knowing that it will be transformed. Let go of everything that you don't need right now for this class. Then let your attention wander up along the spine to your head, lengthening your spine, straightening your back again. And imagine at the crown of your head someone is pulling you up with a string attached to the crown of your head, lengthening you even further. Then bring your head down, drawing the chin to the chest, giving your neck a stretch. And slowly moving the head slightly to the left, getting a diagonal stretch. Chin still tucked in. Moving over to the right, diagonal stretch on the right. Moving back over to the other side, all the way up. This time bring the chin up and let the left ear fall towards the left shoulder, pulling the right shoulder down for a side neck stretch and shoulder stretch. And then rolling your head forward again and all the way over to the right, stretching the left side, pulling the left shoulder down. And if your neck is okay with this, you can do full circles, rolling your head all the way back into your neck and around, mobilizing the upper vertebra, going into both directions here. And then coming back to neutral. I'm gonna warm up our shoulders, rolling them up, back, and down. Big circles. You can use your breath here, bringing the shoulders up on the inhale and down on the exhale. Also rolling in both directions. And on the next inhale, bring the left arm up. On the exhale, walk your right fingers over to the side, opening the left, reaching far with your left hand, keeping the left seat bone grounded. And maybe you can look up underneath your arm towards the ceiling, stretching the left side of your body. Inhale, come up again. Exhale, bring the left arm down. Inhale, right arm up. And exhale, walk the left hand to the side, opening the right, looking underneath your arm, keeping the right sit bone grounded. Breathing into the right ribcage. Enjoy the side stretch. And on the next inhale, slowly come back up, bringing your arm up. On the exhale, right arm down. And then leaving your spine straight, we're going to draw big circles with our shoulders around our pelvis, warming up our hips. Becoming bigger and bigger with each turn. Keeping our seat bones grounded. Changing direction. And coming to sitting upright again. Now we want to engage our Muladhara, which is associated with the first chakra, and it's one of 3 energy locks in the body. It is located in your pelvic floor and muscular diaphragm, located in your lower pelvis. To engage it, imagine you have to go to the toilet and you're going to squeeze tight, holding it, and try to keep it locked for a few seconds. And with an exhale, release. And bring your hands in front of you onto the mat, roll over onto your knees and come into tabletop. Let's check on our alignment here for a second. So we're going to spread our fingers wide. Our wrists are underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips, knees hip width apart. Let's move through a few rounds of cat and cow. On the inhale, bring your tailbone up and your sternum forward and upward. And on the exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone in. Inhale, drop the belly button down, arch your back down. Exhale, draw the belly button up. Do this a few more rounds, finding your own breath, your own rhythm. And then coming back to neutral position. And let's lift the right arm and the left leg up, stretching the left heel back and the right hand forward, lengthening the spine, head in line with the spine. And then keeping the knee and the elbow up on the same level, we bring our knee to the left side and our elbow to the right side, bending knee and elbow, drawing the knee forward, the elbow back. And then the inhale, we lengthen again. On the exhale, one more time, we bring our left knee to the side, our right elbow to the side. Inhale, lengthen. And then last time, exhale, pull the knee forward. Inhale, straight again. And exhale, bring your knee down, your hand down, and swap over to the other side. And then lift the left arm up on the inhale, the right leg back. If someone is pulling you at your hand to the front, at your heel at the back. Exhale, draw your right knee to the side and your left elbow to the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee forward, sideways, elbow back, sideways. Inhale, lengthen. And last time, elbow back, knee to the side. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bring left hand and right knee down onto the mat, tabletop. Take your base here again, pushing into all 10 fingers. And on the next inhale, bring your right arm up towards the ceiling, twisting up. And on the exhale, slide your right hand underneath the left shoulder, bringing your right shoulder onto the mat. And you can push your left shoulder open a little bit more, pushing into the left hand, or bring your arm around behind your back, maybe grabbing the right thigh. Breathe here, enjoying this warm-up twist. And slowly release your arm if you had it behind your back. Push yourself up again, inhaling the right arm to the ceiling one more time, and exhaling down. Inhale, left arm up towards the ceiling. And exhale, slide the left arm underneath the right. Bring the left shoulder to the ground this time. And maybe again you want to open the right shoulder, pushing the right hand into the mat, or bringing the right arm behind you again, grabbing the left thigh. Feel the connection to the mat here, to the ground, your shoulder, your arm on the mat, maybe even your cheek. Grounding yourself again in this pose. And then slowly release your arm again, come back up on the inhale, and left arm towards the ceiling one more time. Exhale, hand down onto the mat. Now tuck your toes under, bring your hips up and back, coming into your first downward facing dog. You can keep your knees bent for the beginning. Open your base first, make sure you're pushing all 10 fingers into the ground. The thumbs are facing towards each other, and we're lengthening our spine. Maybe you want to walk your dog a little bit, bringing one heel down at a time. But priority is lengthening the spine, bringing your tailbone up towards the ceiling, dropping the shoulders slightly down towards the mat. And then think about straightening legs and bringing the heels down. And then we slowly walk forward with our feet towards our hand, lengthening the back here. And then folding forward, keeping the knees bent here, just resting your upper body on the thighs, and maybe grabbing the opposite elbows and rocking from side to side. Bring the hands down onto the mat, and on the next inhale, slowly roll up vertebra by vertebra, coming into standing. And then let's work on our alignment on the base, especially of our mountain pose. So our outer edges of the feet are supposed to be parallel to the mat. The big toes touching or the feet hip width apart. Spread the toes widely onto the mat. Engage the thighs. And bring one hand in front of your belly and one onto the sacrum, tucking your tailbone slightly and engaging the lower core. Then roll your shoulders up, back and down, palms facing forward, looking straight ahead. Strong mountain pose. Make sure you distribute the weight evenly into all corners of your feet, feeling the ground underneath you. On the next inhale, draw your arms up alongside your ears. Exhale, fold forward, bring your arms down. And inhale, lengthen, come halfway up. And exhale, hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back, right knee down onto the mat. On the inhale, open your chest, arms up. Exhale, arms down, step back into plank. Make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders. You're pushing back into your heels. Strong core, pushing the mat away from you. Inhale, and on the next exhale, drop your knees, chest and chin down. And inhale, scoot forward into baby cobra, keeping the shoulders away from the ear, drawing the shoulder blades together, opening the chest. And then exhale, tuck your toes under, push into downward facing dog through tabletop, lengthening the spine here. Inhale. And on exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands, drop the left knee down. Inhale, open the chest, arms up. Exhale. Step your left foot forward, meeting the right, and fold forward. On the inhale, straight back, come all the way up, maybe bend your knees. And exhale, hands down into Namaste in front of your heart. Second round sun salutations. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. And exhale, step the left foot back, left knee down onto the mat. Inhale, open the chest, arms up. And exhale, hands down, step back into plank. Inhale here. And then exhale, knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, bring your chest forward and upwards. Push your pubic bone into the mat to protect your lower back, working out of the upper back. And exhale, downward facing dog, push back. Inhale here. And on the exhale, step your left foot forward between your hands. Drop the right knee down. Inhale, open your chest, arms up. Exhale, arms down, step forward, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, straight back, arms up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. And then let's find our mountain pose again, distributing the weight into all corners of our feet, lifting the arches, spreading the toes wide, feeling the ground underneath. And then shift your weight to the right leg, and you bring the left foot to the inside of the right leg, either underneath or over the knee, not on the knee. So either your calf or the inside of your thighs. Your hips are facing forward, and from there you bring the knee facing to the side. Arms up, you're standing tall, arms like the branches of a tree. Or you can also bring the palms of your hands together on top of your head or in front of your heart. Find your balance here. You can find a point of focus that you look at, something that is not moving. And then imagine again your roots going into the ground, becoming stable in your tree pose. And on the next exhale, release the pose, come back into both legs. And for a moment, close your eyes and maybe you can feel a difference between the two legs now. Before you shift your weight onto the left, and then your right foot on the inside of the left leg, finding your tree pose on the other side. Bringing your arms up on an inhale, finding the variation that you prefer. If you need a challenge balancing here, you can always try to close your eyes for a few moments, trying to keep the balance with closed eyes, staying stable and rooted. One more breath here, and then release the pose. Shake your legs a little bit, and then come into mountain pose. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hands down. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, step back into plank. Inhale here, and then we can lower down to chaturanga this time. The legs stay straight and not touching the ground, and then inhale into upward facing dog. The thighs are off the ground, legs engaged, opening the chest forward, upward. And on the exhale, downward facing dog, pushing back. Checking your face again here. Fingers widespread, thumbs are pointing towards each other, lengthening the spine. Tailbone wants to go up to the ceiling. And on the next inhale, bring your right leg up and back. On the exhale, step forward between your hands, dropping the left heel down and placing your left foot into a 45-degree angle. On the inhale, coming up, arms up to warrior one. Then we want to make sure that our feet are not in a line, but the right foot a bit more to the right, the left to the left, so we can have our hip bones facing forward both. And make sure our knees stacked on top of our ankles so that our knees aren't coming forward too much. Push the outer edge of the left foot into the mat. Engage our left leg. Shoulders our legs. On the next exhale, we open to the side, open our shoulders and our hips to the side, into Warrior Two, looking over our right hand. Make sure here that your knees aren't falling in too much or coming forward. You always want to be able to see your right big toe. Now your right heel is in line with your left heel or the arch of your left foot. Shoulders away from your ears. And on the next inhale, straighten your right leg, bring your arms up overhead, face forward. On the exhale, sink back down again, Warrior Two. Inhale, come up again, face forward. Exhale, sink back down into Warrior Two. Last time, inhale up. And exhale down, bending the right knee. Inhale here, check on your alignment again. And on your next exhale, bring your elbow down onto your right thigh, opening your left, looking underneath your left arm, extended side angle. Make sure you're not leaning onto the elbow too much. Don't collapse in your upper body. Keep pushing into the outer edge of your left foot. And inhale, come back up into Warrior Two. Flip your right hand palm facing up. And exhale, reverse your warrior. Leaning back. Bring your left hand onto the left thigh, but not all the way. Rests on it, so stay strong here. On the next inhale, come up into Warrior Two again. Exhale. And inhale, rotate your left heel up. The arms up into lunge. And exhale, hands down onto the mat. Step back into plank. Inhale here. And exhale, either chaturanga or knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, whatever variation you prefer here for your vinyasa. One more deep breath here in downward facing dog. And on the next inhale, bring your left leg up and back. And the exhale, step forward between your hands. Drop the right heel down, 45-degree angle on your foot. And inhale, come up into Warrior One. Check on your alignment again here. Knees stacked over the ankle on the left. And the outer edge of your right foot pushes into the mat. Right leg is engaged, hips facing forward. Exhale, open to the side into Warrior Two. The right foot in a 90-degree angle now. Feet in line, looking over your left hand. And on the inhale, straighten the left leg, arms up. Exhale, sink back down into Warrior Two. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sink back down. One more time. Inhale, arms up, straighten the left leg. And exhale, Warrior Two. Inhale here. And on the exhale, bring your left elbow down into the left thigh. And lengthen the right side. Keeping the right shoulder open. Make sure you don't collapse onto your left arm. And inhale, come back up. Flip the left hand and exhale. Come into reverse warrior. Open the left rib cage. Inhale, come back up, Warrior Two. And then rotate your right heel up, arms up into high lunge. On the exhale, arms down into plank. And then your preferred version of vinyasa again, either chaturanga and upward facing dog, or knees, chest and chin and cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take a few deep breaths in downward facing dog here. Or if you need to, you can come down onto your knees into child's pose for a little rest. And bring your attention inward again here. Feel the connection to the ground. And next we're going to flow through the sequence a little bit faster without holding poses in between. If you're in child's pose, come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg goes back and up. On the exhale, step the right foot between your hands. drop the left heel down. Inhale, come up into warrior one. Exhale, open up to the side, warrior two. Inhale, straighten the right leg, bring your arms up. Exhale, sink back down into warrior two. Inhale, arms up, face forward, straighten the right leg. Exhale, warrior two. Last time. Inhale, come up. And exhale, sink back down again. Inhale, right elbow onto the right thigh. Extended side angle, open the left. Exhale, come back up, flip the right hand over. Inhale, reverse warrior, open the right. Exhale, come back up. On the inhale, bring the right heel up, high lunge. Exhale, down into plank, inhaling here. And exhale, knees just into chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath here and straight onto the other side. And next inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, step forward between your hands, drop the right heel down, 45-degree angle. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Check in your alignment. Inhale, straighten the left leg, arms up. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, up, arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, last time up. And exhale, down, warrior two. Inhale, come forward into extended side angle, open the right. Exhale, come back up again, flip the left hand. Inhale, open the left, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arms up, right heel up, high lunge. Exhale, frame your foot with your hands, step back into plank. Inhale here. And exhale, your preferred version of vinyasa. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a few deep breaths. And then bring your knees down onto the mat. And we deserve a little rest in child's pose. Open your knees more than hip width apart. Sit back onto your heels. And then drop the chest down. Reach forward with your arms and forehead onto the mat. And then slowly make your way up through tabletop. Back into downward facing dog again. We're going to flow through the sequence one more time. Now that you know the sequence, you can concentrate on your breath. Maybe switch on Ujjayi breath if you're familiar with that. And you can use this round as a moving meditation. Inhale, bring the right leg back and up. Exhale, step forward between your hands. Left foot 45-degree angle. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Foot 90-degree angle. Inhale, straighten the right leg, arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sink down. Last time. Inhale up. Exhale, down, warrior two. Inhale, right elbow down on the right thigh into extended side angle. Exhale, come up, flip the right hand over. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, arms down, plank. Inhale here, push into your heels. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's continue straight away. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step the left forward in your hands. Right heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Push into the outer edge of your right foot. Inhale, come up, straight your leg. Exhale, down. Inhale up, face forward. Exhale, down. Last time, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, come forward into extended side angle pose, opening the right. Exhale, come back up, flip the left hand over. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, arms up, right heel up, high lunge. Exhale, arms down, plank. Pushing the mat away from you. And then your vinyasa. And from your downward facing dog again, bring your knees down to the mat. Come into child's pose. And look down onto your heels first. And then reaching forward. Making the spine long. Resting the forehead onto the mat. And pretend you're pulling the mat towards you. Bring the shoulders away from your ears, lengthening down. Breathe deeply. Feeling connected to the earth, supported by the ground underneath you. Drawing your attention inwards. And when you're ready, find your way into downward facing dog one more time. And from here, take a big step, one foot at a time, forward between your hands, holding down, exhale. And inhale, straight back, come all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands down in front of your chest into a namaste. And find a wide stand with your feet, the toes pointing slightly outwards, shoulders back and down. And bring your arms up to the side, slightly bent, fingers pointing up. And then sink down into goddess pose. Slightly tilt the hip back, that your tailbone is facing down towards the ground, straight down. You want to rotate your hips outward, your knees facing to the sides. If your knees coming over your toes, then you have to step a little bit wider. And on the next exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Look straight ahead, open the chest, strong pose. Stay strong here. And on the next inhale, and slowly straighten your legs. Come back up. Down in front of your chest to namaste. Bring your feet a bit closer. And exhale, sink down into a squat. You can use your elbows against your knees to push your hips a bit more open. And we can take a block here to sit on to have a better connection with our tailbone to the ground as we're still working on our first chakra, connecting down to the earth. And inhale, open your chest even more, shoulders away from the ears. And then we remove the block, squatting for a moment without the block. Lengthening the spine again. And then we slowly come into a seated position. You can use your hands to support yourself sitting down. Straighten out the legs in front of you. Sitting straight in Dandasana. And we want to sit with a straight back again here, rotating our hip forward. If you're rounding your back, just grab a block to sit on. Or push your hands into the mat to push yourself forward a little bit. The legs are engaged, toes are pointing towards you. And another trick to keep the back straight is pulling the flat out underneath your seat bones. Inhale, bring your arms up. Lengthen. And again, feel where your body is touching the ground. This is a grounding pose here. On the next exhale, bring your arms down to the side. And then bend your right knee. Place the sole of your right foot to the inside of the left thigh. And then square your hips facing towards your left toes. Inhale, bring your arms up over your head. And exhale, just a little bit bend forward, keeping the back straight. Maybe you're not getting far now. We want to come with our belly towards the thigh and not dropping our nose down towards our knee. And bring your hands down and exhale, flow all the way. Either you reach to the shin or to the ankle, to the toes, doesn't really matter. With every inhale, we lengthen. With every exhale, bend a little bit forward. And we keep our left leg active, the toes pulling towards us, pulling the left thigh bone into our hips. And trying to relax into this pose. On the next inhale, come up again, bring your arms up. And exhale, arms down. Swap our legs over, so bring the sole of the left foot to the right thigh. Again, pulling our right hip back to square, hips forward. And inhale, arms up. Exhale, reaching forward, upward, keeping the spine straight. And then bringing the hands down to the shin or the ankle. Lengthening on the inhale again, and on the exhale, folding down. And we try to keep the bending movement coming out of our hips, primarily our hip flexors, and not from rounding our spine. And try to melt into the pose even more, lengthening with every inhale, and maybe going a little bit deeper with every exhale. And on the next inhale, slowly come up, bring your upper body up and your arms up. Exhale, arms down. Cross your legs over into sitting position, and then bring your hands in front of you, rolling over your knees into tabletop, and then bringing your feet back into a plank again, lowering the knees down, lowering down onto your belly, lying onto your belly flat, legs straight, and bring your arms in front of you, lengthening. Your forehead is resting on the mat. And on the next inhale, lift our right arm and our left leg up. Hold there for a moment, making yourself long here again. And exhale, bring your arm and leg down again. And next inhale, right leg and left arm up. The head stays in line with the spine. And exhale, down again. And next inhale, push our pubic bone into the mat. And bring both arms and both legs up. Shoulders off the mat, working out of your upper back. And then the inhale, lift a little bit higher. And exhale, lower down. You can bring your hands on top of each other and rest the forehead onto your hands. A little rest here. Relax your shoulders, your back, your legs for a moment. And then we're going to turn over and find our way into a lying position. Coming down onto our back. The feet on the mat. And then we bring our feet closer towards our buttocks so that we can touch our ankles with our fingertips. And then supporting us with our hands on the mat, we push up our hips into bridge pose, pushing into the mat, into our feet, working out of our thighs instead of our back too much, and opening the chest, bringing the chest closer to our chin. If you want, you can interlace your fingers underneath your back, pushing the arms into the ground to support this bridge pose. Don't move your neck once you're up in the position here. And try to keep your knees hip width apart, so don't let them fall apart too much. And inhale, push a little bit higher up. And then next exhale, slowly roll down, vertebra by vertebra, back onto the mat. And a little rest here. For the next round, we're gonna get our block ready. And when we lift up into bridge the next time, we're gonna place our block underneath our sacrum, so the hard big bone, not putting it onto the vertebra or the soft part. Play a little bit with the angle here till you find a comfortable position where you can fully rest your weight on. And bring the arms to the side and relax your weight onto the block. Just don't let your knees fall out completely to the side, slightly keep them together. If you don't have a block, just go into regular bridge again, or just stay down, relaxing with your back on the floor. And close your eyes here, relaxing your hips, your abs, your arms and your neck. And feel the ground underneath your shoulder blades, your arms, your feet, your head, connecting to the earth again. And on the next inhale, engage your legs again, push into your feet, lift the hips up, take the block out, and on the exhale, roll back down onto your back. Then place the palms of your hand flat onto the mat next to your body. Lift your feet off the ground, drawing the knees up. Then pushing your arms into the mat, lift the pelvis up, roll up onto your shoulders. And then support your back with your hands, and maybe straightening the legs out into shoulder stand. You can either point your toes or draw the toes towards you. Don't move your head here to avoid injury to the neck. And breathe deeply. The longer we stay in this pose, the better the activation of the lymphatic system and the better the circulation of our organs. But feel free to come out of the pose whenever you need to, whenever it gets too much. Just make sure you roll back down slowly and controlled. You can come back to focusing on your breath again, coming fully present in this pose, in the here and now, and feeling every part of your body. And then let's take 3 more deep breaths. Or if you've come out of the pose, you can come back up again to join in for the next pose. Let's prepare for our plow pose. So bend the knees slightly and sink back down with your hip a little bit, and then support your arms on the mat. And straightening the leg again, and then slowly rolling back with your feet behind your head and towards the floor. Maybe you're going to touch the floor with your toes, maybe not. It's okay wherever you reach. And we try to lift our hips up a little more. If you're struggling with this pose, you can also do it against the wall or placing a chair behind you where you can rest your feet on. In plow pose, we are further stimulating the abdominal organs and the thyroid gland, stretching our shoulders and spine, maybe legs, as well as reducing stress. On the next exhale, bend your knees and let the knees sink down to the sides of your ears, maybe covering your ears, hugging your ears with your knees, if that's available for you. To come out of the pose again, slowly roll your hip back down, supporting yourself either with the hands on the mat or bringing your hands onto your back, slowly and controlled, rolling back down until your back meets the mat again. Let's keep our feet off the floor though, and for a moment hug your knees in towards your chest. And release the hug again. Bring your feet up onto your sides, grabbing your outside edges of the feet, pulling down so that your knees are getting closer towards your armpits. Into happy baby. Maybe you want to rock from side to side a little bit here. And coming back to stillness, opening the hips even wider here, but trying to keep the lower back on the mat. And then release the grip on your feet. Bring your feet down onto the mat. Straighten out your legs. Then point your toes, activate the legs, ankles together. Your arms on the side, bring your elbows and your shoulders slightly up, or also bringing your hands underneath your buttocks. And on the next inhale, push up through your elbows, lifting up your chest and slowly rolling your head over, coming onto the crown of your head without actually putting weight on. To come into fish pose, the counter pose here to plow in our shoulder stand, opening the throat area, the heart area. One more deep breath. Now to safely come out of the pose again before you collapse onto your head, push into your elbows and your arms first, lifting the chest up first, lifting the head up, and then slowly rolling back down onto your back. And then bend your knees again, place the feet onto the mat, and to release tension in your lower back and hips. We're just going to let our knees fall to the right and then to the left, like wipers, moving from side to side. Then straighten the right leg down onto the mat again and lift the left up. And then bring your left knee over to your right side, your arms out to the side, into a twist, looking over your left hand. Make sure the left shoulder stays down and grounded before you start going deeper into the twist. You can use your right hand on your left knee to deepen the twist. I'm going to connect again to the ground here. Feel where your body touches the mat. Your right leg and hip, your left leg, your back, your shoulders, your head. And the next exhale, release the pose slowly. Swap your legs over, straighten the left and bring the right knee up. And then let the right knee fall over to the left. Looking over the right hand, keeping the right shoulder grounded. And maybe increasing the stretch with your left hand on the right knee. You can close your eyes here and breathe into this twist, feeling supported by the ground. Inhale here one more time, and on the exhale, slowly release the pose. And draw your knees up one more time, hug your knees in. Maybe you want to rock from side to side here again. And then release, bring your feet back down onto the mat. And then straighten your legs out. Bringing your feet wider than hip width apart. Let your feet fall out to the sides. Bring your arms a bit away from the body, palms facing up for your Shavasana. And maybe you want to wiggle your shoulder blades under a little bit more. Or tuck your chin slightly towards your chest to create more space in your neck. Find last adjustments now, so that you don't have to move much over the next few minutes. And then we're going to scan our body for any tension and let go of it, starting at our toes, our feet, our ankles, relaxing the calves, thighs, and hamstrings. Our legs are fully relaxed now and heavy. Let go of tension in our pelvic floor, our hips, our belly, our lower back. Bring the attention up alongside the spine, releasing tension in the back muscles between our shoulder blades, our chest, our back sinking heavily into the mat. Bring our attention to our shoulders, down our upper arms, forearms, all the way into our hands and fingertips, leaving our arms completely relaxed and heavy. Releasing tension in our neck now, our jaw, our face muscles, forehead, cheeks, eyelids. Our head is becoming heavy. Our whole body feels fully relaxed, sinking into the mat deeper. I feel very grounded, connected to Mother Earth. And you notice the sensation of safety spreading through your body. You are safe. And slowly start becoming aware of your surroundings again, the sounds and sensations around you. Become aware of your body again. Maybe you want to wiggle your toes or your fingertips. Slowly waking up your body again. Coming back into this room, into this space. Maybe you want to stretch a little bit, move your head from side to side, whatever you need to wake up again. And then in your own time, make your way over to your favorite side, drawing your knees up a little bit, supporting your head with one arm. You can leave your eyes closed. And eventually find your way up back into a seated position. Let's sit tall again with a straight back. Maybe you want to pull the flesh out underneath your seat bones or sit on a block again. Closing your eyes one more time. Put hands on your knees. Maybe you want to bring your fingers into a mudra, bringing the thumb and the index finger together. And then take in this feeling of being connected to Mother Earth, having this grounding, your roots, knowing that you're always able to come back to that. Even when life is getting a bit crazy, you can always come back to your anchor and this feeling of safety. And then take a moment to thank your body for practicing with you, and thank yourself for taking time for yourself and doing this practice today. And then bring the palms of your hands together in front of your heart center. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. I hope you can take something into your daily life out of this class, and maybe see you next time.